Good day, Madam. We are from Group 6. Let us take a moment to introduce ourselves before we begin our report on survey. I am Valley Hope Umanya.
I am Jeno Katakutan.
And I am Justin Ciabar.
And I'm Michelle Ortega Amido.
And I am John Albert Ardipolo. And we are the Group 6.
So our topic is about survey research, the profound impact of the internet. So surveys are commonly used for a number of purposes. Managers must first understand why people do or do not do something. Managers will consider how decisions are made. And third, managers must consider what sort of consumer in terms of demographic or lifestyle is making the decision to buy or not to buy a product. The popularity of survey research have a high rate of usage in marketing research compared to other means of collecting primary data. So there are three reasons why survey research is popular. First is the need to know why. In marketing research, there is a critical need to have some idea about why people do or do not do something. For example, why did they buy or not buy the particular brand?
Second, why did they like or dislike about it, or who or what influenced them? We do not mean to imply that surveys can prove causation, only that they can be used to develop some idea of a causal forces at work.
So next is the need to know how. At the same time, the marketing researcher often finds it necessary to understand the process consumers go through before taking some action. How did they make the decision? What time period passed? What did they examine or consider? And when and where was the decision made? And what do they plan to do next? The third is the need to know who. The marketing researcher also needs to know who the person is from a demographic lifestyle perspective, information on age, income, occupation, marital status, stage in family cycle, education, and other factors necessary for the identification and definition of market segments. So moving on, there are types of errors in survey research. There are two major categories of errors in survey research. First is the random error, and second is the systematic error or bias. Systematic error can be broken down into measurement error and simple design error. Types of simple design error include selection, population, specification, and frame errors. Frame errors results from the use of an incomplete or inaccurate sampling frame. Population specification error results from incorrect definition of the universe or population from which the sample is to be selected. Selection error results from adopting incomplete or improper sampling procedures or not properly following appropriate selection procedures. So the second major category of systematic error is measurement error. Measurement error occurs when there is a discrepancy between the information being sought or the true value and the information actually obtained by the measurement process. Measurement error can be created by a number of factors including surrogate information error, interviewer error, measurement error bias, processing error, non-response bias, and response bias. Surrogate information error results from a discrepancy between the information actually required to solve a problem and the information sought by the researcher. Interviewer error occurs when an interviewer influences a respondent to give untrue or inaccurate answers. Then measurement instrument bias is caused by problems within the questionnaire itself. Processing error results from mistakes in the transfer of information from survey documents to the computer. Non-response bias occurs with a particular individual in a sample cannot be reached or refuses to participate in survey. Response bias arises when interviewers tend to answer questions in a particular way, whether out of deliberate falsification or unconscious misrepresentation.
There are several types of survey. First is the door-to-door interview. Door-to-door interview are interview in person in their homes. It allows respondents to interact face-to-face with their interviewer and providing more personal experience. Second is the executive interview. are the industrial equivalent to door-to-door interview. They involve interviewing professional people for their office, of typically concerning industrial product or services. Mall intercept interview are conducting with shoppers in public area of shopping malls, either by interviewing them in the mall or by asking them to come to a permanent interviewing facilities within the mall. Next is the telephone interview. This is relatively expensive way to collect survey data. The telephone interview has the potential to produce a high-quality sample. Central location telephone interview are conducted for facilities set up for the specific purpose of doing telephone surveys research. Next is the computer-assisted interview. It's a form of central location interviewing. Each interviewer is seated in the front of the computer terminal or personal computer. The computer guides the interviewer and the interviewing process by exhibiting appropriate question of the computer's screen. Next is the cell phone survey. Enabled researcher to implement survey in either text-based format or combine both formats in multimodal survey. In this text-based survey, a respondent can be retrieve questionnaire and display it as a messenger on a cell phone screen. Self-administered questionnaires. A self-administered questionnaires or SAQ refers a questionnaires that has been designed specifically to be completed by the respondent without intervention of the researcher collecting the data. It is usually stand-alone questionnaire, though it can also be used in conjunction with other data collection modalities directed by the trained interviewer. Next is the mail survey. This one is which the postal service or another mail delivery service. It is used to mail the survey materials to simple survey addresses. There are two general types of mail survey are used in marketing research. First is ad hoc mail survey and the mail panel. In ad hoc mail survey, the researcher select a sample of names and addresses from appropriate source. Then a mail panel is a set of sample which has been screened and previously accepted to participate in studies with the particular company. The company then proceeds to the periodical send survey to send participants. The advantage and disadvantage. The internet is the beginning to dominate survey research. Internet survey offer rapid deployment and real-time reporting, dramatically reduced cost, ready personalization, high response rates, the ability to reach low incidence respondent, simplify and enhance panel management, and profitability for the survey research firm. The disadvantage are the potential no representativeness of internet user, privacy and security concern, the poor quality of unrestricted internet sample, a lack of callback procedure to clarify open-end response and bandwidth problems.
Top 8 ways to gain insight from your customers. 1. Give customers a survey or questionnaire. Of the best ways to gain insight from customers is by simply asking for it. Online surveys or questionnaires are one of the easiest ways to ask for insight. 2. Use Google Analytics. Another way you gain insight from customers is by utilizing Google Analytics. If your website isn't already connected to Google Analytics, now is the time to do it. Google Analytics tracks all your website activity. You can gain knowledge about everything from who your customers are to their behavior on your website. 3. Look at social media analytics. Not only is it a good idea to learn more about analytics from your website, but you should also track analytics for social media. There's a good chance that the people who follow your social media page are either a past customer or a potential customer. Their reactions or lack of reaction to the content you post can help you gain insight. 4. Conduct interviews if your company is little old-fashioned or you have more of personal relationship with your clients or customers. Consider conducting interviews to gain insight from customers. If you're already on the phone with clients or customers, ask them if you can take a moment to ask a few questions. You can even conduct interviews in person if customers frequently visit your place of business. Speaking to customers in person will result in more genuine answer because there's no filter or editing involved. Your interview doesn't even need to be formal. 5. Give a poll. A simple yes or no poll is an easy way to gain insight from customers. Polls are ideal for asking simple questions and getting instant feedback. You can use polls to ask customers if they like your products or if they are happy with your service. You can even use them to learn more about their preferences. To create a poll, you could use an online survey creator like Survey Planet to gather all your answers in one place. 6. Use social media. Social media isn't just for posting about your new products, it's also the ideal place to start a conversation. If you're not using social media to gain insight from customers, you're missing a big opportunity. 7. Communicate everywhere. In the digital age, customers are everywhere. When a customer messages your business on social or your website, make sure your response starts a conversation. If someone is complaining about a product or service, ask them specific details. 8. Ask for feedback. After checkout, an additional place you can gain insight from customers is by asking for feedback directly after a customer checks out. When a customer presses the checkout button on your website, redirect the customer to a survey asking about their experience. To learn about recruiting sources for online surveys, relevant recruiting for online survey participation. Abstract. Administering a survey online has a number of practical benefits including lower cost, reductions in paper use and data entry time, and a faster data collection time period. A significant challenge, however, entails creating and recruiting a relevant sample of respondents with specific characteristics when email lists are unable.
To recognize the special issues that arise in designing online questionnaires, it uses a questionnaire to gather information from the respondent to answer the online questionnaires. A questionnaire is a very convenient way of collecting information from a large number of people within a period of time. Hence, the design of questionnaire is of utmost importance to ensure accurate data is collected so that the results are interpretable and generalizable. A bad questionnaire renders the result uninterpretable or worse, may lead to an erroneous conclusion. A survey can come in many forms: postal survey, telephone interviews, face-to-face interviews, and internet surveys. Each type of survey requires a slightly different design. A self-administered questionnaire, postal survey should have very clear instructions and questions, follow a logical order, and avoid complex flirting. The respondents are more likely to answer truthfully without prompting from an interviewer. On the other hand, in an interviewer-administered questionnaire, face-to-face interview, or telephone interview, the questions can be more complex as they can be clarified by interviewers. However, the presence of interviewer may pressurize the respondents to give appropriate rather than truthful answers. A good questionnaire should be valid, reliable, clear, succinct, and interesting. It is important to design the questionnaire based on a conceptual framework. Scrutinize each question to relevance the clarity and think of the analysis of you're going to perform at the end of the day. A final touch-up will make difference in the response rate. Always pilot test the questionnaire to perfect the questionnaire.
So the last part of this topic is all about the gain insight into the factors that determining the choice of particular survey method. So these are the following information that you are going to know. So sampling precision is an important factor in determining which survey method is appropriate in a given situation. So like for example, some projects by their very nature required a high level of sampling accuracy. So whereas this may not be a critical and consideration in other projects. Second one, the budget. So the commercial marketing research frequently encounters the situation in which the budgets available for a study has a strong influence on the survey method it's being used. So like for example, assume that for a particular study, the budgetary constraint for interviewing is at $10,000 and the sample size required for the necessary accuracy is 1,000. So if the cost of the administering the question using the mole intercept method is usually $27.50 per interview. So the choice is wisely clear, assuming that the nothing about the survey is also quietly requires face-to-face contact. The third one, so requirements for respondent reaction in some study. So we all know that the respondent's reaction is very important in survey or in particular research. So this will serve as those who survey or who given us research, they will give some information to the researcher. So this will be really a big impact to us as a survey or in doing survey. So the last one is quality of data. So the quality of data required is an important determinant of the survey method. So that the quality is measured in terms of the validity and reliability. So these are the two concepts are discussed in chapter 9. Validity refers to the degree to which a measure reflects the characteristic or interest, or in other words, a valid measure provides an accurate reading of whatever the researcher is trying to measure. So reliability refers to the consistency which are the measured products produce the same result with the same comparable population. So many factors beyond the interviewing method affects the data quality. So that are the last part of our report. That's all. Thank you.